Chrome 2 News at 5 starts now.
Once everything was said and done, we had to go home and explain to the kids that, they'd lost their pigs.
Days after an intense barn fire lit up the sky over Spangle, that close-knit community comes together to help rebuild not just the barn, but the dreams of some hardworking kids. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Whitney Ward.
And I'm Danielle Grand. That Spangle barn suffered extensive damage in an early morning fire just this past Tuesday, but the structure wasn't the only loss.
No, it housed a pig pen and 3 show pigs that sadly died in that fire. 2 girls were raising the animals for a 4-H project, and now they're learning about life, loss, and the compassion of others. Chrome 2's Cole Heath joins us live in Spangle with the story. Cole?
Let's take a look at that barn first. Basically nothing is left except for just charred different things. You see a lawnmower, you see a bike frame, all of that along with those 3 pigs you mentioned. Now the community is coming together to help the family affected. In the shadows of grain silos and right next to burnt barn debris, a small army is hard at work. They're building a new pig shed so some hard-working kids can show off their prized pigs once again. Earlier this week, flames destroyed Daryl Hubbard's family barn. The 3 pigs living inside died. Those animals were getting ready for a 4-H show in April.
Once everything was said and done, we had to go home and explain to the kids that, they'd lost their pigs and stuff when they got up for school that morning.
Kylie and Alicia were raising them.
It was really devastating.
It made me really sad.
Through the generosity of the community, the girls have a new place to train their animals. Folks donated their time, money, and materials to build this new shed and pen.
Pretty much right after the fire went down, the whole community kind of pulled together and just got all the materials together.
It's heartwarming, it's wonderful, and there's lots of other people that aren't even here that donated.
And yes, neighbors also donated money to buy these new pigs for the kids to raise. A small community coming together to fix up a pig shed and rebuild several kids' dreams in about 4 days' time.
I'm super happy.
To know that our community really cares about us is just amazing.
As for the barn itself, you're taking a look at it right now, pretty much just a ruin of anything that's left of it. We're told that the next step obviously would to rebuild that, but you got to go through all the paperwork and red tape that anyone would go through in a situation like this, of course dealing with insurance companies and all of that, but the plan is to rebuild something like it potentially in the near future. Reporting live, Cole Heath, Chrome 2 News.
Cole, thank you so much. A Hayden, Idaho man may lose his job over accusations that he attacked a crying toddler on an airplane. 60-year-old Joe Ricky Hundley already faces assault charges after the incident a week ago Friday. Hundley was on a flight from Minneapolis to Atlanta when prosecutors say he used a racial slur while yelling at a 2-year-old's mother to shut her baby up. Hundley is also accused of smacking the baby across the face and scratching the little boy's eye. Now we've learned that Hundley's employers based out of Hayden have suspended him. The company released a statement saying the allegations against Hundley are disturbing and against company values. Hundley is suspended pending an investigation. He was not traveling for the company at the time. Now this story is getting a lot of attention on our Chrome 2 Facebook page, so we want to know what you think. If Hundley is found guilty of assault, should he lose his job? Just like our Facebook page and join in the conversation.
Wow, wasn't that a quick one? We had a couple of showers earlier this afternoon, and then now finally a beautiful picture perfect sunset out there. Golly, cloud cover as well as all the rain, the snow exiting out of our area, making way for an absolutely gorgeous sunset. I do want to show you kind of what's going on with this cold front right now. It is still in our neck of the woods. On the satellite and radar picture, you can see the rain and snowfall pushing into portions of Idaho as well. I do want to zoom in here just a tad bit because you can see mainly the snow showers are confined up into the mountain areas. A little bit of rain showers just flew through the Spokane area, Coeur d'Alene, but we really only picked up about a trace of moisture. I do want to tell you, if you're traveling across I-90 over Lookout Pass, you may have to deal with some snowfall though later tonight. This winter weather advisory going to last till tomorrow at 4 o'clock. 2 to 4 inches above 3,000 feet and then above 4,500 feet, anywhere between 4 to 8 inches. The day planner right now, just a couple of scattered showers here and there, and then overnight we are dropping down about 27 degrees. Slight chance of a couple of isolated flurries, but I think by and large the bulk of that moisture is long gone and out of the Spokane area. As far as tomorrow goes, so far so good. Looks nice and dry. We're back to the 40s, but keep those umbrellas handy. More details coming up in my 7-day forecast. Whitney?
All right, Danielle, thanks so much. And now for a dose of Bulldog madness. The Gonzaga men's basketball team is celebrating a win on the road against a team they've had a little trouble with in the past. Here's Brian Fenley.
Thanks, Whitney. The Gonzaga men's basketball team has lost their last 3 games in San Francisco. Let's get you right into that action. The Dons haven't defeated a top 5 team since March 23rd, 1956. First half, Kevin Payne goes to Kelly Olynyk. He throws it down. Olynyk had 26 points and 9 boards. Zags up 9-4. Later in the first, Mike Hart delivers to Elias Harris for the hammer time. 17 points, 13 boards for him. Zags on top by 7. But hold on here. Deanne Parker makes the jumper, cuts it to 6 before the half. Zags up by 7 at the half then. And then the second half, Gary Bell Jr. to Olynyk. Look at that shot there. Little scooper with the right hand. That goes. Olynyk 13 for 17 from the field. Zags up by 5. Hey, hold on here. Cole Dickerson for 3. 15 points for him, and we're tied at 45. Are we going back? We don't want a 4th game in a row here for San Francisco if you're the Zags. Now, Elias Harris has other ideas as he makes the dunk, and Kelly Olynyk, well, he puts it away. A big game for the Zags Bigs tonight as they win 71-61. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Brian. Thousands of emergency workers spent the day cleaning up damage after a meteor shot over the skies of Russia. Shipments of glass started arriving today so workers can replace thousands of windows that shattered from the sonic boom. The fireball streaked across the sky around sunrise yesterday, and it was about the size of a bus and weighed 10 tons. When it entered the Earth's atmosphere, it exploded with the force of 20 atom bombs.
I was terrified. I had just hit the snooze bar on my iPhone for another 9 minutes of sleep, and all of a sudden, you know, I fell back asleep and I hear this loud bang. I live in a 24-story building on the 23rd floor, and all of a sudden I look up and the lights are shaking and I hear car alarms going off, and it was just incredible.
Wow. More than 2,000 people were hurt, most by flying glass, and the blast damaged more than 4,000 buildings. The area, which is technically Siberia, is extremely cold right now. Daytime highs are just 10 degrees, so workers are vowing to finish replacing those windows by next week.
And on the heels of that damaging meteor strike, skywatchers say they spotted something also last night, a lot closer to home. Look at that. It's dash cam video from San Francisco. On the right-hand screen, or on the right-hand side of your screen, you saw what looks like a fireball moving through the sky. There's also another video shot near Newberg, Oregon around sunset that shows something very similar. So what is it? Well, nobody's sure. Theories are ranging from an asteroid to a simple jumbo jet.
A bombing at a vegetable market killed more than 60 people in southwest Pakistan today. Police say someone hid the bomb in the crowded market and detonated it with a remote control. Hundreds of women and children were shopping for dinner at the time. A team of lawyers and family members visited Olympian Oscar Pistorius in a South African jail. Prosecutors say the amputee athlete shot his girlfriend to death on Valentine's Day in a possible domestic dispute. Family members say that he did not do it. Pistorius is due back in court next Tuesday.
Another resignation for Pope Benedict, this time from Twitter. The Pope shocked the world this week after he announced his retirement on Monday. And now we've learned the Pope's Twitter account will fall silent the day he leaves his post. The Vatican's top communication guy, though, is hopeful the new Pope will also tweet.
The opportunity is really easy to talk with the human being, men and women of today, but on many occasions are not facing an easy life.
The Pope does have more than 1.5 million Twitter followers. Many of them, you know, it's unconventional perhaps, but they appreciate being able to have that kind of contact with the Pope.
And how do you get the Pope to follow you? That's the million-dollar question.
That's a very good question. So what our question now is, what are we facing for the rest of the weekend?
Exactly. Well, today, a couple of rain showers out there, some sunshine this afternoon, and then for tomorrow, I think we should be drying out. But boy, felt good out there, felt very spring-like, but it's not going to hang on for long. Details coming up in a couple of minutes.
Also straight ahead, a woman's act of kindness goes very wrong. How the homeless man she helped ended up returning the favor. And a local baby born with a rare condition needs some help as well. And now a woman he's never met stepping in to assist.